Tyke's private party today, the final of the John Smith Yorkshire Cup. Two famous old clubs at Wakefield Trinity face Castleford at the Elland Road Soccer Ground, the home of Leeds United. About the famous old Yorkshire Trophy, first competed for in 1905 when Hunslet beat Halifax at Bradford Park Avenue Stadium. 18,500 people that day paid £465 to watch the final. Well, hello again. It certainly has come a long way since then, both the game and this competition. It's Wakefield Trinity against Castleford today. Wakefield in their first final in 16 years, Castleford their 7th in the last 10. And as far as Wakefield are concerned, they believe that today they have a player in their side who knows exactly what it's like to be a winner.
Adrian Shelford knows all about cup finals from his days as a Wigan player. Shelford was part of the team that dominated the domestic game last season. But when his contract expired in the summer, the Riversiders decided to let the 26-year-old Kiwi leave. So now Shelford's a Wakefield player, and already he's preparing for another cup final.
Oh yeah, well, you know, it's going to be an important game on Sunday. I don't think our team's played in the first 12 years, so it's going to be a very important game.
Adrian Shelford's close season was spent playing for his old Wigan coach, Graham Lowe, at Manly, where he turned in some impressive performances.
And I bet that David Topless hopes that Adrian Shelford will produce some runs like that here today. Well, alongside me in the commentary box today is Gary Hetherington, the coach of Sheffield Eagles. Gary, it's a big day for Yorkshire. Castleford 7 out of 10. Wakefield first for 16 years. Will the cup final nerves play a part, do you think?
Well, both teams will certainly be nervous. It's already a great atmosphere and a marvellous occasion. Two teams desperate to win a major trophy. Two teams of fairly contrasting styles as well. I think everything's set up for a fascinating final.
And there is Adrian Shelford, the man who is no doubt expecting so much today. Prop forward, 6 New Zealand caps. He could well join the elite band of players who have won Lancashire and Yorkshire Cup winners' medals here this afternoon. And opposite him, Lee Crooks, a slimmed-down version of Lee Crooks we're seeing this season. He has high hopes of regaining his place in the Great Britain side against Australia. And as you can see, he really is leading the rallying call to his troops here today. This then, the Castleford side. Steve Larder, Australian, is at full-back. St John Ellis is on the wing. He's a quick player, 4 tries already this season. Sean Irwin shares the centre berth with Grant Anderson. David Plange is on the wing. And at half-back, so much will depend on Graham Steadman and the number 7, Gary Atkins. Lee Crooks wears 8. 18 goals already from the big man this season. Graham Southernwood is the hooker, only 18 years old. Dean Sampson wears 10. Neil Batty has come back after injury. He wears 11. Jeff Hardy is 12, another Australian. And Neil Roebuck completes the lineup. He's the loose forward. The coach, Darryl van der Velde. Big crowd here today inside Elland Road for this match. This is the Wakefield lineup. They've got Kevin Harcombe at full-back. David Jones wears 2. Andy Mason is in 3. Phil Eden wears 4. And Andy Wilson has 5. Tracy Lazenby has a big job against Steadman this afternoon, and Mark Conway is the scrum half. Number 8, as we've seen, the New Zealander Adrian Shelford. The hooker is Billy Conway. He's in 9. John Thompson wears 10. Gary Price is in 11. Andy Kelly wears 12. And Nigel Bell, the loose forward. And the coach is David Topless, trying desperately to revitalise the fortunes of the club he once played for. And the man in charge, the referee today from Halifax, Jim Smith, he completes his personal set. He had charge of the Lancashire Cup final in 1986. So it should be quite a battle royal, this. Two sides of great tradition. Wakefield hoping to get back on the rails as far as winning trophies are concerned. And Adrian Shelford all wound up for what is sure to be a big day. And it's going to be Graham Steadman, Britain's costliest forward player at £170,000, who gets us underway. Early touch for David Plange.
Certainly the first part of the match is going to be a very physical affair.
Shelford with a huge drive down the middle, and look who's in there and sorting him out, hopefully for Castleford anyway. Lee Crooks, of course. Always important early moments in any match, and notably in a cup final, Gary, the early moments when the forwards really do feel each other out.
Yes, as I say, we've already seen a fairly physical challenge there. The touch is on. It was a late challenge by Sampson on Mark Conway, the Wakefield Trinity scrum half. The touch has just seen it, and it will certainly be a penalty to Wakefield Trinity.
The referee is having words with his touch judge, and there is the injured player, Mark Conway, last season's Player of the Year. And there's the challenge. It was fairly hefty and fairly late.
It wasn't a dirty challenge, but it was late and it was intentioned, and Castleford have spotted that Mark Conway is going to be doing most of the kicking for Wakefield, and looking at putting him on the ground early in the match.
So a penalty then to Wakefield Trinity in the opening minute and a half here. And not surprisingly, Kevin Harcombe will have a pot shot at goal to try and steady the nerves down and get the first points on the ball.
Good opening set by Wakefield Trinity. They controlled the ball well, set up a good kick and chase, and have now got the advantage of a penalty and a chance of opening the scoring with the trusty boot of Kevin Harcombe, an excellent goal kicker. It's going to be a big test of his nerves now, and let's see what he can do with it.
Always important for a goal kicker to get his sights in early on, and also, of course, to see that ball sail over the crossbar. It means the first points of the afternoon are on the ball. Let's see what Harcombe has to do then. That's the angle he has. And he's pulled it wide, and he won't be happy with that. 24 goals under his belt already this season. Back after missing much of last season, Kevin Harcombe, when he went into dispute with Wakefield Trinity's officials. Harcombe again then, from full back. Good run from him too. Here's Shelford once more. Oh, and that's what David Topless wants to see. He lasted 10 minutes of his debut last week with jet lag and cramp, and already he's making his presence felt. And Lee Crooks just losing his head for a moment.
The Wakefield pack have already got the Castleford forwards backpedaling. That was a good run from Shelford. And Lee Crooks giving away a very important penalty. Wakefield will get good field position now.
And Lee Crooks, the offender, the captain. Cup final nerves perhaps just playing a part. He's in the thick of the action in every tackle, Lee Crooks. Good driving run from David Jones. Ball went back into Shelford's grasp again. Look at the treatment he's receiving here. I think Castleford think that Shelford could be a danger man, Gary.
Yes, they're trying to give him a bit of attention, and of course he'll need a bit of attention. He's a big man and a very powerful man.
Andy Mason in possession, but again Crooks leading the battle from the front, the first tackler in. Long pass from Shelford, that was a bit dangerous, but Phil Eden did well.
Wakefield are going backwards now. They've already lost 20 yards. They've got a good position to set up a try-scoring chance, only 20 yards from the line. But here's a chance. It's a loose ball. Andy Mason has lost it, and it's down to Castleford. But no, the referee's given a knock on.
Gary Atkins, the scrum half, thought he was Onto it there. But it looked as though he collected it clean enough. Maybe it was back a little earlier. Wakefield gets possession. That's a great run from Lazenby. He's heading for the corner. He's got Mason in support. This is the first try for Wakefield Trinity. Andy Mason delighted, and so are they. Coming up to 5 minutes on the watch, and Andy Mason has opened the scoring.
What a marvellous try from Wakefield. A scrum move, a run round from the scrum, and a tremendous break by Tracy Lazenby. Handed on to Andy Mason, he did the rest. A run-round move, Tracy Lazenby takes it back from the scrum, sees the gap and hits the gap. Now, can he run? Can he make the 40 yards to the line? It doesn't look so because Stedman's in pursuit. Hands on to Andy Mason. Now, he can run and he's going to score. There's no stopping Andy Mason in for a tremendous opening try.
Lazenby's first break really did set it up on a plate formation, left the Castleford defenders trailing in his wake, headed for that corner, and there was no chance of stopping him. Andy Mason, the 49th try of his career for Wakefield Trinity, his 4th try of this season. So only one away from the magical 50.
Well, that's a great start for Wakefield Trinity. They've held most of the possession. I felt they were fairly fortunate to get the scrum field there. It was an important one, and 4 points on the board at this early stage of the match.
Will it be 6? Harcombe having a pot shot. That's a great kick. That's an excellent kick off the touchline from Kevin Harcombe. He had a crack at the first penalty in the opening minutes of the match, and then he's landed a wonder goal from the touchline to increase the lead for Wakefield Trinity to 6 points. Castleford 0, Wakefield Trinity 6. And Wakefield at this moment in the driving seat. So Stedman restarts. And here is Andy Kelly driving down the middle. Again, and my word, Sampson and Crooks really are in on him tight. Conway's kick, and Steve Larder collects on the bounce and sets a good ball up for St. John Ellis. Now this fella really can move when he gets the opportunity, and that's a good tackle from Plans.
Castleford in possession for the first time, already looking very dangerous and setting up a good field position to mount another attack.
Sampson once more. Southernwood is the dummy half. Here's Crooks. Well, he's been doing all the tackling early on, and now he's the tackled man himself. Southernwood again. Good ball. Planges out wide. They won't need him. And Gary Atkins has said whatever Wakefield can do, Castleford can do as well. Good try from Atkins. Good pressure from Castleford. The first real attack of the game. Little wink from the try scorer there for St. John Ellis, the winger. And this is how the try came about.
Yes, excellent play by Neil Roebuck. Takes the Wakefield man out perfectly, gives it to Gary Atkins. He's got a man outside him but doesn't need him. Dives over for a marvellous try by Castleford. Good play by Neil Roebuck. Took 2 defenders out, left Gary Atkins with a 2v1 situation, and he finished off in style.
Yes, they had a man out there on the far touchline in David Plange, but Atkins didn't need him. And so I wonder now what Lee Crooks can do from a similar position to the one that faced Kevin Harcombe a few moments ago. obviously up the other end of the field. That's the 25-yard line, and the line behind him is the touchline, and that's the angle that he's got. Remember, he kicked a wonder goal from the touchline on this near side of the stadium against the New Zealanders in 1985 to square the Test series. Can he do the same here for Castleford? No, he can't. Not on that occasion.
Well, the match has certainly got off to a cracking start. Two marvellously worked tries, and Wakefield looked to have the ascendancy, but Castleford take back with the first real bout of possession. Both teams need to settle down now, and it's going to be a battle of who gets the better field positions and which defences come out on top.
I read in the papers that David Topless was hoping for an open game. He'd made a couple of changes to his side to give us an open game, and well, the early moments here are proving that it could be a great match we've got on our hands here.
Let's go another bit of start, and here's Jeff Hardy, the Australian. A lot's expected of Jeff today. I'm sure he won't disappoint. Castleford will look to consolidate possession and set up a good kick and chase and pin Wakefield back in their own 25.
Here's Crooks again. That familiar style from him. Ball under the right arm. Bustling forward. Oh, great play. Oh, lovely turn of foot from Graham Steadman. Well tackled in the end. Crooks and Shelford collide. The ground shakes. And the referee blows his whistle and says to Adrian Shelford, no more use of the elbow. A penalty to Castleford.
A costly challenge that by Shelford. It was coming to the end of the six-tackle sequence. Castleford have got a penalty, and now only 25 yards to the Wakefield try line.
Sampson will take it on. That right thigh of his heavily strapped. Crooks again. He really does look as though he's back to form, doesn't he?
Yes, very determined mode is Lee Crooks, and he, of course, capable of playing at any level and playing well. 3 tackles gone, Castleford 3 to go, and they'll certainly be planning a move to try and break the Wakefield defence again. Here's Neil Roebuck, the maker of the first try. 2 tackles to go.
And they're just a few yards short of that line. Larder, the full-back, trying to burrow his way underneath those 2 players. This is the last tackle. Intelligent little kick. It bounced kindly in the end for Harcombe. He had to take it round by his shoulders. And I must say, I'm impressed early on with Lee Crooks, because he really is in as the first tackler almost every time Wakefield have it.
Yes, as I say, a very determined mode, and he intends setting a good example. He's the captain, and he'll be desperate to lift the Yorkshire Cup again.
Yes, he was captain for Hull in 1984 and captain for Leeds in 1988 when they lifted the Yorkshire Cup. He wants to make it the hat-trick for himself today. Wakefield, though, in determined mood themselves. It's a good long while since they last won the Cup. You have to go back to 1964 in the days of Neil Fox, when they beat Leeds 18 points to 2. So they've waited a long time for silverware at Bellevue.
Good defence by Wakefield Trinity. They consolidated possession well, set up a good kick, and have now pushed Castleford back to the halfway line. 2 tackles gone, 4 tackles to go to mount another attack.
Sampson again. The big prop forwards of Castleford, and indeed Wakefield, it must be said, seeing plenty of the ball early on here. Good run from Southernwood. You wouldn't believe he's only 18. Here he is again. Keeping Kevin Beardmore, the Great Britain international, out of the side, the number 9. Here's the last tackle, and that's a high kick underneath the posts, testing Harcombe, and didn't he do well?
Wakefield Trinity once again have to build their way out of the 25-yard line. Interesting that on the last 2 occasions Wakefield have tried to get out of this area by spinning the ball wide on the 4th tackle. Castleford tend to look to consolidate possession and take no chances. Interesting tactic from Wakefield, and they are capable of splitting the Castleford defence from there. But but present, just holding the ball, big forwards, bringing it up close in, and look as though they're now going to set up a kick and a good chase.
And this is on the last tackle, so Harcombe's kick's got to be good. And it's right, I was going to say almost down the throat of David Plange, but it bounced off his knees. Now this fella is a speed merchant too. Good play. Stedman carries it on. Robert was there in support, just couldn't slip the pass. Good defence from Wakefield. Oh, and that was a misunderstanding. But fortunately for Castleford, Neil Batty has collected it.
Yes, but they've lost 30 yards there, lost an excellent attacking position, and now going to have to start building again.
Crooks again. Oh, good play, hard luck. That was a drop ball by Jeff Hardy. And Gary Hetherington knows all about Jeff Hardy. He had a spell at Sheffield Eagles with you.
Yes, we brought Jeff over to England last year and had an excellent spell with Sheffield Eagles. He's capable of opening up any defence, and he'll certainly be looking for a big game today. An important phases of the game now for Wakefield. They've been under intense pressure. It's important that they can keep Castleford out, and this penalty at the scrum for not binding properly is certainly going to give them the opportunity to relieve some pressure.
And they do relieve the pressure. And they'll start again from just inside the Castleford half with Shelford. That's what David Topless wants to see. More of that, but maybe not as much of that. He was dragged into touch by 3 or 4 Castleford defenders there.
That's poor play by Shelford, allowing himself to get dragged into touch on the first tackle. Destroys everything that Wakefield have been trying to build up. Of course, he couldn't do much about that. Pretty determined defence by Castleford, and there we go, sliding over the lead touchline.
And the scrum has collapsed. The referee wants it to form again. Oh, and Wakefield get one against the head. Lazenby. You don't often see that in rugby league these days, striking against the head. It's all about possession from the scrums, and what's more, it's all about offside decisions at this moment. The referee has caught 4 Castleford players offside, and Harcombe, needless to say, will have a pot shot at goal.
Well, Kevin's already missed one, but kicked a good penalty, good conversion, and has now got the chance to extend the lead. Wakefield have defended extremely well. They've been under a tremendous amount of pressure, but the loose ball that Castleford spilled lost them 30 yards. From there on, Wakefield picked up and made good yardage. And the scrum against the head are now themselves in a good attacking position and got the chance of 2 points.
That's the angle that Harcombe has got to increase the lead. Wakefield ahead, 6 points to 4 at this moment. It might be 8-4 in a few seconds' time. Harcombe just steadying himself and getting the composure right. He's kicked that one. And the Wakefield supporters well pleased with that effort from Kevin Harcombe. And there's the scoreline. Wakefield have nosed further ahead. 8 points to 4. They lead the favourites Castleford.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Castleford use one of their forward substitutes, fully Keith England. I feel they'll start moving the forwards around a bit, and Keith England, a bit of a surprise omission from the starting lineup. I think he could come on before the half-time's out and add a bit of impetus to the Castleford pack.
Well, substitutions obviously for injury, but also in the modern game, substitutions can be used tactically as well, and a lot of you coaches do tend to do this, don't you? You give players bursts in 20 minutes or so.
Yes, it's a very physical game, a hard game. Both teams have put up a tremendous opening burst, and when a fresh sub, one of the quality of Castleford subs can come on, can certainly have an effect on the game.
Wakefield have it though now with Gary Price. Way little kick over the top, looking for Lazenby, the runner. St. Janelis is there though. Lazenby just misses him, but Gary Price doesn't. Not Gary Price, it's Nigel Bell. David Plange coming in field now. He's been starved of possession out there on the left-hand touchline. But this fella hasn't been starved of anything, Lee Crooks. He does look slimmer and fitter, I must say, than 12 months ago. Steadman. Oh, got a kind bounce. Unkind for Andy Wilson, but kind for Graham Steadman. And I think the touch judge is saying that the ball came off Wilson's hand, and so that will be Castleford's feed. Well, here it is now.
A very important one as well. I'm not so sure that the touches was right on that occasion, but it's certainly given a big advantage to Castleford.
I must say our replay wasn't terribly convincing either. Referees, of course, and touch judges have to make the decisions in an instant. Castleford, though, get possession. Steadman. And this is Irwin. Good tackling from Lazenby. And Phil Eden was there as well, tidying up. This is Steadman again. Southernwood looking for a bit of support. Where are they, all he says? Maybe they're ready this time. Crooks certainly is. And Crooks has released the ball.
An interesting decision by the referee there. Lee Crooks just tried to slip out a short pass. It would have been a very important one as well. I felt the Wakefield player knocked the ball down, and I think Castleford can count themselves unlucky there.
Penalties have gone 5-1 in Wakefield's favour as Kevin Harcombe prepares to take this one. Kevin Harcombe kicked a couple of great goals here today. It's John Thompson. Conway. Good tackling from Lee Crooks again. Wakefield back where they started there. A little kick over the top. That's for Wilson to chase, but St. John Ellis is there. He's made a muff of it. They all have. Well, Conway's collected and dived over the line, but the referee, and I don't think anyone in the crowd will object, has said that was a knock-on. It was very untidy.
Yes, poor play by St. John Ellis. He certainly should have had the ball wrapped up then, but here he is doing a juggling act. Andy Wilson's trying to get in on the act. And eventually the ball, I think the referee's as confused as anybody in the ground. The ball was into touch.
A penalty at the scrum. Castleford will kick for touch and relieve the pressure. Here's Sampson. I must say he was one of the best forwards on show in the British game last season. And who knows, we could be watching the rebirth of Lee Crooks here. There is Lee Crooks. I must say I've not seen him looking sharper and fitter for a long, long time, Gary.
No, he's certainly looking the part today, and but Castleford are a bit like 6s and 7s at present. This is where, of course, they miss the captain, John Joyner, who's out through injury today. They're looking for a bit of inspiration. Lee's taking the ball forward, but they don't seem to be too well organised out wide. Concentrating on consolidating possession and setting up a good kick and chase. And now look to pin Wakefield in the 25 again.
And that they have done, courtesy of Batty and Hardy.
Very good work from marker defence there by Jeff Hardy. One thing that has surprised me is the amount of progress both teams have made through the centre of the field. Castleford now appear to be tightening the defence and bottling Wakefield up around the acting half-back area. There's
Lazenby, and he released the pass when he tried to. An almighty scramble there, but Castleford have come up with the ball in the shape of Gary Atkins. Now, can they build anything from here? This is Roebuck again. Southernwood. And this is Sampson. Quarter of an hour of the first half to go. Southernwood again. Long pass out to this near side. That was good play. And they keep trying to move the ball all the time, Castleford, but I think the referee has spotted a forward pass there. And so, again, a scrum down.
Yes, good decision by the referee. Sean Owen looked to be making the burst and offloaded to his partner Grant Anderson, but slight forward pass there. Important scrum now. Wakefield need to win possession and bury the way out of the 25 once again.
Just waiting for a moment while Gary Price gets a change of shorts. Ball comes out on Castleford's side. Referee not happy, wants the scrum to reform. That could have been important possession for Castleford. They've no need to worry though. The referee has awarded a differential penalty at the scrum. And so Castleford have got the possession anyway. Southernwood trying to barge his way over. That's how far away he is from the line. Steadman looking to unlock that Wakefield defence. Lazenby had moved up well. Here's Crooks again. Oh, he's bust the tackle well. The ball's gone out to ground. The referee says that was a knock-on. Well, Crooks is doing most things right, but on that occasion I think he tried to release the ball, or maybe, as we might see here, the ball was just knocked out of his grasp.
Yes, a splendid burst by Lee Crooks, went straight through Adrian Selford, but yes, we can see there how he just loses the ball. Good decision by the referee.
So Wakefield breathed a sigh of relief, and Lazenby works the ball up towards that 25 line.
The last time Wakefield tried to get out of the 25 by moving the ball wide, it proved costly because they lost possession. Be interesting to see if they do try to do the same again, or just concentrate on setting up a good kick.
Shelford. Oh my word, I think they know that he's a danger man, or can be. Managed to release the ball to Conway. Conway having a word with the referee about that challenge. This is the last tackle, so expect a kick from Mark Conway here. And Larder took that well. It was a difficult bouncing ball. And the referee allowed play to go on there, even though Phil Eden looked as though he'd moved inside the 5. And of course it is now, this season, 10 yards, not 5, in that situation, that the player should give the man in possession of the ball clearance. So do we point the finger at Mr. Smith there, Gary?
Yes, I think Wakefield were fortunate to get away with that. Phil Larder was certainly surprised that he didn't get a penalty. Steve Larder, of course, not Phil Larder, the Castleford fullback. He's a player who's going to be under a lot of pressure today. Excellent attacking player, and he's always a chance of scoring a try. But Wakefield was seen as a weakness, and he's kicking the ball towards him. Castleford now mounting another good attack.
It was a great tackle from Phil Eden. This is the last tackle. Steadman will kick. It bounces off Shelford. Back to Steadman. What's the referee's decision here? He says that was on the 6th tackle, so it will be the turnover in possession.
Yes, the ball certainly played the man there. And here comes Shelford again. In straight into Lee Crooks, making good progress, but looking for a quick play of the ball.
It's certainly been one of the features of the game early on, the battle between Shelford and Crooks, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. And both players have had the good times, and both have made quite a few mistakes as well. But I see Shelford, he's taking his time walking back now. It'll be interesting to see if he'll last the full 80 minutes at this pace.
A lot of people are critical of this back-to-back football. Shelford just over from Manly, previously with Wigan, and now back in the middle of another English season with Wakefield Trinity. What do you think about players? Can they really play this game 12 months of the year?
Well, in a position like Shelford, a prop forward, it's such a physical game that it's difficult to expect them to maintain a high level for the full course of the 12 months. Certainly they can play it, but it's how effective. Well,
Wakefield Trinity are the early league leaders in the 1st Division. surprised one or two people, the fact that they're up there, but they are after 2 wins, albeit against promoted sides. With their victories in the Yorkshire Cup prior to today, they've made their best start for years at Bellevue, and hopes are high of a good season.
They've also made a good start in today's game. I think Wakefield were hoping they'd still be in the game with 20 minutes to go, but to be up in the lead with only 10 minutes of the first half remaining is they'll be feeling very confident. But we're now coming to a crucial phase, the last 10 minutes of the first half, with Castleford mounting another attack.
This is the last tackle, a high kick from Stedman. He's chasing it himself. The ball looks as though it's going to go, and it almost bounced kindly for Wakefield, but I think it was Phil Eden who just got in there, number 4, there he is, with a fist just to punch the ball dead, and he gets a pat of congratulation from a teammate there.
An excellent up and under by Graham Stedman. He follows his own chase, looks to get under the ball, and Andy Wilson and Kevin Arkham can't make up the mind of who wants the ball. Fortunately for them, it spills into dead ball, but Wakefield's still under pressure. They've got to drop out from their own posts, and Castleford will be coming back on the attack again.
So a drop out from underneath their own sticks for Wakefield. Who wants it? Looks again. Lost his boot there. Jeff Hardy. Gary Hetherington was saying an important phase of the game for Wakefield. Can they hold on here as we approach half-time? They're ahead 8-4, and their defence really being tested here.
As the last period, they spent most of the time in their own 25 defending, and it's difficult to get out of that area. But here comes Castleford. Gary Atkins looking for the burst, but it's not on yet.
This is the last tackle, so expect perhaps another high kick, or will they run it? No, they've elected to run it this time. That's a good run too from the centre, Sean Irwin. He's given it to St. John Ellis, and it's popped out of his hands. And that's Mark Conway, I think, underneath all those Castleford bodies. He's come up with the ball for Wakefield. Wilson now trying to make ground. Every time Shelford gets the ball, there are 4 Castleford jerseys round him. And this is a strong run from Gary Price. Great prospect in the game, this fellow. Shelford again. Oh, and he's dropped the ball. Who's got it? Eeny meeny between the 2 sevens. Conway and Atkins. Atkins gets the decision. And then Wakefield are caught offside.
A tough decision against Wakefield that I felt. The Wakefield defence was a bit lazy and straddled up, and the referee picked them out for encroaching in the 5-metre area.
Yes, a lot of people who may be coming new to the game via the Sports Channel all the time might be a bit confused about the offside decision, but I think you explained it perfectly there. The defending players must retreat 5 metres.
Yes, and we've already got 2 penalties for offside. All the defending players must retreat 5 metres, apart from 2 players who are allowed to stand at the play the ball area. And it's interesting that both clubs have got a different tactic. Wakefield Trinity use their first marker, the one nearest the ball, who chases off and tries to put the attack under pressure. Castleford uses their second charger, but I must say that neither marker has been particularly effective just yet.
Brooks then with this opportunity to bring his side back to within 2 points of Wakefield Trinity. And it's just gone wide of the post. It didn't even go out of play, and so Harkham can bring the ball back into play. Lee Crooks will be unhappy he hasn't found the target yet. Wakefield, of course, will be delighted. 8-4, they still lead. Perfect, almost. It just got an unkind bounce for him. Bounced a yard infield. and straight into the Castleford man's hands.
The important thing, though, is it's pushed Castleford back. Their forwards are taking the time getting back now. David Angel trying to relieve him run. A very powerful wing on this, and always something's likely to happen when he's got the ball in his hand.
And the same can be said for this fella, Dean Sampson. 5 minutes of the first half to go. Castleford coming forward, and they've got players out wide on this near touchline. There he is, St John Ellis. He's elected to go round the outside. This is a great run from him. A kick ahead. Harcum. Oh, they're playing juggling again. Wakefield in a bit of a panic at the back.
Good play by Castleford to move the ball to the wing. An excellent break by St John Ellis. Here we see him, he beats his opposite number, Andy Wilson. That's a tremendous burst down the touchline side, but watch Gary Price coming from a cover defence, a marvellous cover defence from the Trinity second row forward, Gary Price. Wakefield bang under pressure, having to drop the ball out again from their own post, and Castleford got the chance to mount another attack.
8-4 Wakefield lead. We're coming up to half-time. With all this pressure, Castleford will be wondering at the moment if it's their day, but Wakefield would be delighted if they get to the half-time siren with a 4-point lead. Steadman, the man in possession for Castleford. Southernwood, Crooks again, always looking to unload. No one coming in on the burst to help him out on that occasion. Southernwood on the run around, the decoy run. Oh, this is a great run from the big number 11, Neil Batty, but he then surrendered the ball and popped it straight into the arms of Nigel Bell.
Very slack defence from Wakefield there, unfortunate to come up with the ball again. This fella's certainly making good yardage. Gary Price having an excellent half.
Wilson, Andy Wilson. Oh, and I don't think Price was expecting that. Andy Wilson holds his head in his hands and then helps his teammate to his feet. I think he probably apologised to him as well.
Yes, the lack of concentration on Gary Price's part is just taking the ball up, feeling tired and often a chance when players make a mistake. Here comes Castleford with another scrum move, and Graham Steadman beats it now not easily.
And releases the ball in the tackle. The move keeps going, courtesy of Atkins. Atkins gives it out to Larder. They really are turning the screw here now. Inside 3 minutes to half-time. Steadman again. Southernwood. Good run this. Good move from Castleford. Irwin stopped by Phil Eden. Ball laid out to St John Ellis again. Goes to ground once more. And Wakefield come up, and again they breathe a sigh of relief. I think Darrell van der Velde will be annoyed that his side haven't got over the line for more than just the one try here, the Castleford coach.
Yes, Castleford squandered a lot of good attacking positions by the last pass. A lapse in concentration. It's cost them dearly because they're certainly well on top. And one feels that if they can just consolidate the play, control it a bit better, that they could score some tries. But full credit to Wakefield Trinity. They've defended superbly and picked up the loose balls. They're now getting a bit of a rest, which is, let's say, substitution and an important loss for Wakefield. They're losing the hooker, Billy Conway, a key man in the Wakefield side, and he's going to be missed. It's important that Wakefield can now last out the remaining few minutes and keep the score as it is. Richard Slater is the replacement, a very versatile player, one that will certainly not let Wakefield Trinity down. A big day for Richard Slater.
Castleford come up with the ball, but then they leave it behind. And the referee says it's a penalty.
Once again, another vital lapse of concentration by Castleford. Darrell van der Velde will be tearing his hair out, I'm sure.
So a penalty to Wakefield. They can relieve the pressure on their line. But it's not going out. That's a bad error. Larder collects. Helps it on to Batty. Roebuck. Oh, lovely through the gap for Hardy. That was Irwin who dropped it, and Eden who dropped on it for Wakefield. Again, Castleford's golden opportunity goes a-begging.
Yes, the last 10 minutes has been a catalogue of errors by both sides, but no points have come. It's been exciting stuff, but lapses of concentration on both sides.
Andy Wilson receiving treatment. the Wakefield Trinity winger. Meanwhile, play continues. No stoppages in this game for players who need treatment from the physio. And you've got to be a bit fit to play it, Gary, haven't you?
Yes, there's been very few stoppages altogether in this first half. I think that's telling on the players. They're already looking a bit weary, but hardly can be expected. It's been such a physical first 40 minutes.
And for the first time in about 10 minutes, Wakefield get a tackle in the Castleford half of the field. Oh, Bucko, what a good run from him.
Possibly Wakefield's Castleford's last chance to set up a try-scoring chance. Wakefield will be desperately keen to hear the Silter, which is due to go soon. Here comes Jeff Hardy. He's always got a chance of a burst. It looks to be well locked up by Tracy Lazenby, and Andy Keller comes in to complete the tackle.
So Castleford will try again. Crooks pops it out the back way. Sampson was alert to it, but that's good defence from Wakefield, pushing Sampson back to the halfway line. Crooks again. Well, every pass at the moment from Crooks is just beating his own player. There's the half-time siren. And Wakefield will be well pleased here, because they've weathered some very, very heavy storms up towards half-time. They lead, though, 8-4 at the break. Second half in a few moments. And welcome back to Elland Road in Leeds for the second half of this Yorkshire Cup final. There's the score. Castleford 4, Wakefield Trinity 8. So the favourites up against it at the start of the second 40 minutes. And there's the amount of time each team has had in possession. Castleford a couple of minutes better than Wakefield Trinity, but Wakefield have made their possession count a little more than Castleford. And as far as the tackling is concerned, they are the team tackle figures. I can tell you that Lee Crooks is the top tackler for Castleford with 21, and John Thompson the top tackler for Wakefield with 20. We're underway in the second half. First touch for Dean Sampson. Other interesting statistics, by the way. The penalty count has gone Wakefield's way 6-4. Scrums in Castleford's favour 4-3. And errors, Wakefield have made 5 to Castleford's 4. So an error-strewn in many ways first half. We saw that certainly up towards half-time, Gary Hetherington. But for all of that, an exciting match, and Wakefield, I think, better pleased at this stage than Castleford.
Yes, it's been a fast and furious first 40 minutes, but Castleford especially will certainly be looking to control the ball better. They've had some excellent attacking positions in the Wakefield 25, but the last pass has gone astray, let Trinity off the hook. But full credit to Wakefield, they've defended superbly. They need a good start to this second half, and they could really have Castleford rocking.
Stedman's kick ahead. That's one for David Jones to catch. Interesting thing about Wakefield, they beat Castleford twice in the First Division last season. They won 22-14 at Bellevue, and then won a cracker at Weldon Road later in the season, 18 points to 16. So they know what the job's all about, Wakefield Trinity, when it comes to meeting Castleford, certainly in the recent past. Ball just goes out of play, but only just.
Very unlucky for Wakefield. That was a perfectly judged kick, almost perfectly, should I say. Just dropped over the in-goal line. Now gives Castleford a chance to run the ball out.
And it's Jeff Hardy who is doing that. This is Sampson. From Castleford, just when they seem to have Wakefield stretched on that far side. But Andy Wilson has dropped on it for Trinity, and here's Shelford again. Asking a lot from the big man.
The defence certainly moving up very fast. Here comes Johnny Thompson. He's made good yardage in the first half and makes another valuable 8 to 9 yards. Sets up a good attacking position for Wakefield.
What have they got in the cupboard here then? This is Lazenby. Oh, a great scything run from Lazenby. Mason's in for a second try. Good tackle from Pland. Wonderful tackle from David Pland. Wakefield still haven't finished. Now they have, for the time being. Larder dropped on the angled ball from Mark Conway. But what a run this was from Lazenby. Cut through the Castleford defence. Mason, well, he's a speedster, but so is Plange. And what a copybook tackle from David Plange.
Tremendous defensive play by Plange, certainly saved Castleford on that occasion. But now Castleford still under pressure as they have to drop out from under their own posts.
They reach halfway, though. Harcombe. Nigel Bell in possession, trying to scurry his way forward. Conway. Lazenby again. Oh, another good run from Lazenby. Oh, but just, well, I think the Wakefield player is looking at the referee there because perhaps the player was being pulled back.
Yes, the player certainly got obstructed there, got pulled. The support player from Wakefield got pulled back, and Castleford lucky to get away with that one.
So Wakefield try again, but they've been pushed further back towards the halfway line.
Twice Tracy Lazenby split the Castleford defence, and Wakefield unlucky not to score on both occasions.
High kick from Conway on the last tackle, well caught by St John Ellis. Just caught to ground by Gary Price. Southernwood from dummy half himself. Shelford, good cover tackle. Crooks. Roebuck. Straight into the arms of Wilson.
Castleford forwards are certainly playing the ball much quicker than the Wakefield forwards. That's giving Graham Southernwood no opportunity to run off from the acting half-back role. But now Wakefield in possession, they look a bit disorganised, and this was what I say, fairly slow to play the ball, and Mark Conway's taking it up, but he's short of support from his forwards.
To be fair, that has been a feature of the two games we've seen so far on the Sports Channel this season, Gary, the fact that usually, the play the ball is happening a lot quicker this season.
Yes, it is. It's an area that most coaches work on, and of course it certainly speeds the game up. Loose pass there from Tracy Lazenby, and Phil Eden did well to get his boot to the ball and put it into touch.
There's Phil Eden. He had to be alert as this pass from Lazenby just dropped in front of him, and he took it on almost soccer style, didn't he?
Yes, a bit of good footwork from Phil Eden.
Larder with the run, but what a good tackle again from Eden. Through some work defensively, Wakefield. They were under the cosh for the last 10 minutes of the first half. And while the game has generally at the start of the second half been played in the Castleford half of the field, Wakefield have had to get through some tackling stints. They have again now with Hardy out there on the far side. St John Ellis going from acting half-back himself. Steadman with the kick. Again, it's bounced kindly for Andy Wilson. tried to press the accelerator. I don't think there's anything there then.
No, difficult. He's got about 4 defenders in front of him. The important thing is to keep possession and make as many yardage as possible. But that's good yardage from Adrian Selford. He's had the ball in his hand a lot this game. He's had a big stint on defence and making good valuable yardage. David Jones, a very strong winger, recently signed from Wigan St Patrick's. Wakefield, as I said, needs to play the ball quicker. It'll give this man, Nigel Bell, more opportunity around to play the ball. Castleford marker system has certainly tightened up and denying him the opportunity to run.
Waste kick, Testa for Lada, but it bounced kindly in the end. That's good play. St Gianellis again, always looking to sidestep and go round the man. Good defence, though, from Andy Kelly. Crooks again. Southernwood just brought down by the substitute, Richard Slater. That's a good pass, and this is a good run.
Good play again by Neil Roebuck. Turns Sean Irwin inside and he finds the gap. Castleford going to get a penalty. Wakefield are not too pleased about this, but it's appeared to be holding down in the tackle. A very vital penalty to Castleford, gives them a good opportunity to narrow the gap to just 2 points.
And Mark Conway, the man who was adjudged to have held Irwin down in the tackle. Here is the incident now.
Yes, Castleford looking to play the ball quickly. Gary Price, yes, he appears to push him down. Sean Irwin falls to his feet as he's trying to play the ball, and that's a very valuable penalty. Interesting substitution for Castleford. On comes Keith England. I thought that they may have brought him on before half-time. He's certainly had some impetus to the pack. Castleford lead a bit. They're getting a bit of ascendancy now, and England will certainly be into the action immediately.
Lee Crooks then, looking for his first goal of the day. And he's kicked it this time. And that's brought his team back to within 2 points of Wakefield Trinity. Lee Crooks, his first successful kick of the afternoon. And it's Castleford 6, Wakefield Trinity 8. We've got a final on our hands.
Got a great final on his hands. One gets the feeling that something's got to give, that a lot of points could be scored in the last 20 minutes of this game. Both teams have put a tremendous amount of effort, and already they're looking a bit sluggish in the forwards. But of course a score can make all the difference in the world. It's important that Wakefield now keep Castleford pending their own 25 and fight to be the next team to score.
Steadman, the man in possession for Castleford. He takes it on his own. There was no marker there at the play of the ball. Ooh, and if he could have just released the pass to Plange was on his way. Here's England. First touch for him. Beefy England, they call him. Sampson.
The Castleford pack now going forward and gaining good yardage. They're beginning to get on top. And here's Jeff Hardy. What's expected of Jeff? Good ball inside. Once again to Keith England in the action straight away. Castleford getting well on top now. They'll be looking to Jeff Hardy. He's had a quiet game so far, but he's the man that could convert this pressure into points. Here comes Castleford on the attack. What a marvellous ball. What a tremendous ball to Neil Batty. He's going in for the corner, but that's a good tackle from Andy Wilson.
Yes, Castleford on the charge here now. But that was the 6th tackle, and so possession turns over, and here's the great run from Neil Batty. Wakefield took the dummy, and in the end Batty was pulled to ground. Interesting, Neil Batty, they paid him up, the insurance company that is, when it looked like injury had forced him to quit the game, but he's come back with a vengeance, and this is his first final in 7 years with Wakefield Trinity, so he is loving being back in the big time. And Wakefield will restart. Interesting, by the way, Gary, the way that Harcombe's taking the penalties today.
Yes,
he's not kicking out of hands.
Making no mistake by planting the ball on the floor and place kicking it into touch. Of course, the player can have the opportunity of either placing it that way or punching it. Kevin Harkin obviously be safer to place the ball. We're into a fascinating last period of the game now, 20 minutes to go. Only 2 points in it, and as I said, I think the next score could be the most crucial one of the game. It's important that both teams can consolidate the field position, get on near the other opponent's try line, set up a move, and I think either defence, which has been superb so far, is ready for cracking. Just a case of whether it will be the Wakefield defence or the Castleford defence.
Castleford, the team in possession, England. And Southernwood took that very cockily, didn't he? One-handed and tucked it under his shoulder. Roebuck and Crooks. Oh, good play from Crooks again. And that was good play, and so is that. Now then, St John Ellis really can stride forward. Oh, he's got support coming up inside him too from Steve Larder. And that was great play from Castleford. They've still not finished. St John Ellis again. Long pass from Hardy. There are men out here, they must score. Plunge! Is he over? The Castleford players and public celebrate, and the referee says yes. David Plunge has edged Castleford ahead. And David Jones has been injured in that, the Wakefield winger.
Well, that was a despairing last-ditch tackle by David Jones, a tremendous attempt. David Plunge in full flight and did well to get in the corner. Wakefield were tremendously unlucky there. They defended extremely well. Castleford, to their credit, they moved the ball from one side of the pitch to the other for a tremendous try. Split the Wakefield defence in the middle of the park. Finished off with a marvellous try in the corner.
David Plunge, the scorer. The Wakefield public all round us are not too happy with it. They're booing the Castleford side. But this is the way the try came about. Lovely long ball there from Jeff Hardy. The move carried on. There were players queuing up out here. Southernwood's pass. Plunge just over the top, and now then, did he get over? Was it a double movement? Well,
a very controversial incident that. What a controversial incident. A good ball here from Southernwood. Plunge has got to get into the corner. David Jones makes a despairing tackle. Plunges down, appears to be tackled, rolls over and scores. Is it a try? The referee says yes. Was the player grounded before he moved over to put the ball down? I don't think he was, but the referee thought he was, and that's the try.
Well, the referees, the poor old refs, they don't have the benefit of video action replays like we do, but there seems an element of doubt about that try which could turn this game Castleford's way. Lee Crooks, with the scars of battle for all to see, has to pop this one over from the touchline to increase the lead and add the extras. Just wide of the post.
They've certainly got a final on their hands now. Wakefield defence is cracked. It'll be interesting to see how they respond. A vital part of the game now. The next 5 minutes, the next set of 6, in fact, is going to be a vital. Castleford need to keep possession, get back into the Wakefield now.
Crooks again. Always looking to offload the ball in the tackle, Lee Crooks. Sampson. He's running through players now. Castleford have got the tails up. They lead by 2 points, 10-8. Hardy. Plunge. And referee says forward pass. Plunge disgusted.
Yes, a forward pass on the 6th tackle, so that's a turnover to Wakefield Trinity. They're automatically given possession because the error occurred on the last tackle.
Shelford again. Saw a lot of the ball early on in the second half, went a bit quiet, was coming back into it now.
Both the Wakefield Trinity props have gone through a tremendous amount of work. Here's Jim Thompson taking the ball up, making valuable yardage, giving Wakefield a chance to set up another one.
Lazenby, now he's cut through this defence a couple of times. He's off again. Jones, well brought down by Hardy. Good tackle. Lazenby from acting halfback. Conway, Lazenby again. Little kick over the top. Intelligent stuff from Lazenby. And Stedman read it perfectly and swept up behind the defence.
Lazenby's had an excellent game for Wakefield. He's split the Castleford defence at least 5 occasions during the match. Set up the first try, of course, and it's been a constant thorn in the Castleford defence. He's the man who could unlock the key and probably snatch a last victory for Wakefield Trinity.
Here's England. 10 minutes to go. 2 points in it. Castleford 10. Wakefield 8. Castleford in possession. And this is the last tackle. Stedman's kick. Harcombe lets it bounce. He might regret that. He does.
That's a costly mistake by Kevin Harcombe there. The Castleford chase was pretty poor. He would have had the opportunity to run at least 20 yards, but he's let the ball drift into touch. It's a Wakefield Trinity feed, and they've got the loose head as well. They should win possession. They need to win possession, but who knows? It's a scrum, and a critical scrum at that.
So that's how far away from the Wakefield line they are. Wakefield must win possession here, and they have. Mark Conway. Chris Perry, one of the 2 Wakefield substitutes that have been used because of injury. And so Wakefield must battle it out for the last 8 or 9 minutes with what they have out there on the pitch. And battle it out they are. Lazenby again. Now this fellow really can unlock that Castleford defence, but he's enveloped by 2 players. Crooks is one and Roebuck was the other. Oh, and there could be problems here, and Slater just hacks the ball into touch. Well, that could have been a costly error. Here it is again. Conway.
Yes, a very loose pass, and Richard Slater does well to hack the ball into touch and relieve a bit of the pressure. But Castleford winning the scrum. They have a chance now from the scrum onto Graham Stedman.
Yes, Stedman. Good tackling, though, from Phil Eden on that occasion. Here's England. Oh, I think he felt that, Keith England. The Wakefield players almost ran him into the ground there, as I think we will see.
Good challenge there by Kevin Harcombe. Keith England spills the ball in the second tackle. Castleford were looking to mount another attack for what could be the game-clinching try. But Wakefield Trinity now, they've got head and ball at the scrum. They're certainly looking a tired outfit of Wakefield, but they know they've got it all to give.
Here's the incident again. And they really did almost run him into the ground, and England's face told its own story there. Almost 12,000 people inside Ellen Road, 11,800 and 68. The official attendance at this Yorkshire Cup final. I don't think anybody will be asking for their money back.
No, it's been a tremendous final, full of incident and full of action. The ball's been in play nearly all the game. Now Wakefield have got a chance. They'll have a tap on the halfway line. They've got to get near the Castleford try line to mount another attack. Looking at spreading the ball immediately from the tap penalty and using this man Adrian Shelford. It's good ground. Castleford are finding it difficult to pull him down again.
So David Topless would have called off the Wakefield bench for one last big effort from his men. Just 2 points in it, 10 points to 8. Castleford are ahead, Wakefield are in possession. Quick hands, good play from Perry. This is Nigel Bell. The gap just wouldn't open up for him. Eden from acting halfback, Conway. Andy Wilson now, what can he do?
That's poor play from Wilson. He give possession away, and now Castleford have got the opportunity of winning the ball back. Good run by Steve Larder. takes all the pressure off Castleford and off Wakefield, and now Castleford have got the chance to consolidate possession.
England, the man driving forward. There's David Topless, the Wakefield Trinity coach. A man at the moment, I suppose, alone with his thoughts. 2 points the difference. Castleford 10, Wakefield 8. Castleford in possession with Jeff Hardy. And there's Darrell van der Velde and Mick Morgan in the foreground, the coach and assistant. And that's a great kick. That's a punishing kick from Graham Steadman at this stage of the game.
Both coaches, of course, biting the nails, and Darrell van der Velde will certainly be pleased to see that kick go into touch. Puts Wakefield Trinity right back towards the try line. They're going to have to come, they're going to have to win this scrum. They'll have another 90 metres in front of them before the try line. Certainly a good field position for Castleford as we are now into the last 5 minutes of what's been a really absorbing final.
It has been an absorbing final. There's nothing much to choose between the two sides. Chris Perry trying all he knows, the substitute for Wakefield, and he's got a penalty. I think maybe he kidded the referee there. Steadman certainly thinks he did. Holding down in the tackle. Now what's your decision here?
Yes, another penalty for holding down. It's a good tackle, is that, from Graham Steadman. Puts Chris Perry to the ground. He's not satisfied with that. Lays on in the tackle, preventing him from getting up and making a quick play of the ball. Good decision by the referee.
Pat on the back then for Mr. Smith. Shelford. It'd be a pity that there's a loser here today. Both sides have put in so much effort to get their hands on the Yorkshire Cup. Castleford much fancied for the championship. They've made a dreadful start to their league campaign. 2 defeats to Warrington and Wigan. Are they going to get their season well and truly back on the rails here this afternoon at Ellen Road in a competition that Darrell van der Velde, it must be said, doesn't have too much time for? He thinks that the British players play about 15 games too many every season. And he's not a lover of the County Cup.
Well, it will be if they win it, and certainly he'll be as nervous as anybody in the ground at present, because Castleford have got the opportunity to land the first major trophy for quite a long time.
3 minutes to go. Wakefield trying desperately to get the lead back that they've held from the moment that they took the lead early on in the match. They went ahead after only 5 minutes with Andy Mason's try, and Mark Conway really has tried to turn things round.
I don't think anybody will argue with the decision of Tracy Lazenby's player of the match. He's had a superb game, split with the Castleford defence on many occasions. Now Castleford, as we enter the final phase of the game, making a substitution. Martin Kettridge, second row forward, replacing the other second row forward, Neil Battle. And Martin straight into the action with a good driving run.
There is the substitute, the new legs, Martin Kettridge. England from acting half-back.
Good defence by Shelford. Wakefield have tackled superbly all afternoon, and of course they're going to have to do it again on Wednesday night when they take on Sheffield Eagles in an important First Division game at the New Don Valley Stadium. Superb effort by Wakefield. We're now into the last couple of minutes of the game, and they need to get possession and then surprise Castleford with an attack.
Good deep kick. Oh, and David Jones makes a hash of it, knocks on. Disappointed. A really good deep kick, putting Jones under pressure on his own 25, bounces off him, and a knock on.
Crucial mistake by Jones, but once again Wakefield can count themselves unlucky not to get a penalty, because David Pond was certainly within the 10-metre line. But it doesn't matter, because Wakefield have got a penalty from the resulting scrum. They're not kicking to touch, they're going to move the ball. Here it is with Adrian Shelford. He's had a tremendous match all afternoon, taking the ball forward. Need to play the ball quickly. Could this be Wakefield's last chance?
Well, they'll certainly move the ball. There's Lazenby in possession, man of the match. And no wonder that he can't go anywhere around when he's got his own prop forward Thompson and the opposite number Dean Sampson to get round. And I think that ball was dropped in the tackle there by Richard Slater. The referee didn't see it. Waves play on. Jones again. And offside against Castleford at the play the ball.
An important penalty. Mark Conway put the ball into touch. That's a good kick. It's made of 40 or 50 yards. Now 26 yards from the Castleford line. They've got 6 tackles to mount an attack.
A last big effort then from Wakefield. There can only be a couple of minutes to go. Thompson is the man in possession for Wakefield. Conway now. This is Jones. Running straight and running hard. Castleford closing the door. Juggling skills, but not juggling skills on that occasion by Richard Slater. Oh, and Gary Price disappointed, and this is the reason why.
Yes, poor play from Wakefield, lack of concentration. Richard Slater should have caught the ball, but he needed to knock on, and that gives the advantage to Castleford as they come away from the scrum with Neil Roebuck.
So Wakefield really must pen Castleford back for these 6 tackles here. Castleford 10, Wakefield 8, and we're in the time added on for stoppages. So is it going to be Castleford's day? It is, with runs like this from Steve Larder.
Tremendous run by Steve Larder, made 20 valuable yards. Castleford just looking to consolidate possession now. They'll take it to the 6th tackle and then pump the ball towards the Wakefield Trinity line.
Hardy. Brooks again. Last tackle for Castleford. Wakefield must get it back and quickly, but this could be another punishing kick from Steadman. Harcombe collects it, watches it closely. And good play from Castleford, moved up to smother the man with the ball. Jones is looking for support. Wakefield, as they say up here, are blowing for tugs.
Good attack from Wakefield. They've got numbers on Castleford. Lazenby's in space again, and a good ball to Chris Perry. But the Castleford defence, good cover tackle that from Sean Irwin.
2 minutes of added time played. No one's leaving this ground. Kick from Conway, Steadman underneath it. That surely must be curtains for Wakefield. Steadman at full tilt, straightening up. Great run from him. And as far as Castleford are concerned, it's at exactly the right end. As far as Wakefield are concerned, they want it up the other end of the field. Larder, the full-back. 10-8, Castleford are ahead. And there was a swinging arm in the tackle. And Neil Roebuck wasn't too happy about that, but he'd be delighted when that siren goes and Castleford have got their hands on the Yorkshire Cup. They're not taking this too quickly, and who can blame them? Attempted drop goal from Roebuck. That's wrapped it up. Right on the siren. Neil Roebuck clips the ball over the top of the line, and Dean Sampson is doing cartwheels on the pitch here. And Castleford have won the Yorkshire Cup. 11 points to 8, the final score. And there's the man of the match. Consolation in defeat for Tracy Lazenby, the man of the match. But Castleford's day here at Ellen Road. An excellent final.
A tremendous final, played at a cracking pace throughout. Only surprise is that we've not seen a lot more points on the board, because both teams have used the ball extremely well. We've seen some good attacking play and some excellent approach play by both teams.
Well, Lee Crooks has completed the hat-trick. He has picked up the Yorkshire Cup as captain of both Hull and Leeds, and now he completes the hat-trick by doing exactly the same for Castleford. He leads the applause of the Castleford public. It's Castleford's day here at Ellen Road. They've won the Yorkshire Cup by 11 points to 8. So Lee Crooks collects the Yorkshire Cup for the third time in his career, for the first time as far as Castleford are concerned, and Castleford have won the Yorkshire Cup, beating Wakefield by 11 points to 8, and the Castleford public are delighted. And so there we are, the full details of the 1990 Yorkshire Cup final. Castleford the winners, 2 tries to 1. But the game has hinged on a controversial decision by the match referee, Jim Smith. Remember, Wakefield were ahead when Castleford were awarded this try by David Plange. Now, did he ground the ball? Was it a double movement? The referee had to make an instant decision. The decision he made was it was a try, and Castleford went on and won the cup. Next week, it's Leeds against St Helens. The week after, the Aussies are here. See you next time. Bye-bye.